Shalom, shalom. I'd like to start this video by giving all honor, praises, and glory unto Yahweh, by Hashem Yahawashi, by Hashem Kodash. Double honors to my teachers, the elders, apostles, and bishop of Great Millstone, teaching and ruling well. Salutation to the hopeful elect of the house of Israel, keeping the law, statutes, and commandments to the best of their ability. So I'm coming back with another lesson. Lord willing, this will be edifying. And I titled this lesson, This Gospel, Good News for the Hopeful Elect, Bad News for the rest of the world. All right? Because we know that there's a duality in this thing. In one hand, we have salvation for the elect, but the rest of the world, they have death, mourning, and destruction. That's what awaits the rest of the world. And the 2/3 are going to be destroyed for not believing and not turning back to the Lord. All right? So let's start with that. In Zechariah 13:8, and it shall come to pass that in all the land, saith the Lord, 2 parts therein shall be cut off and die. Okay, so that's bad news. That's bad news for the 2/3, and that 2/3 really includes the 2/3 that are in Babylon the Great, aka America. Those that are in the land of America right now, they're gonna be destroyed with nuclear missiles. If you're a part of the 2/3 of the unbelievers, you're gonna be destroyed by nuclear fire. Right, you're gonna be cut off and die. That's the news that is awaiting you according to the gospel. But the third shall be left therein. The 3rd part shall be left therein. Right, that's that good news for the third, man. You see, that's that separation, that duality. It on one hand it's good for someone, but on the other hand it's bad for someone else. That's why we say that the word of the Most High is sharper than a two-edged sword. Okay, cutting asunder and dividing the spirit. You see, roughly paraphrasing. Okay, because it's good for one person, but it's bad for the rest. Okay, as it says here in Psalms 91:5, thou shalt not be afraid for the terror by night, nor for the arrows that fly by day, nor for the pestilence that walketh in darkness, nor for the destruction that wasteth at noonday. 1,000 shall fall at thy side, and 10,000 at thy right hand, but it shall not come nigh thee. You see? So if you're a part of the hopeful elect, if you're a part of those that were chosen, predestined for salvation, you're gonna witness the downfall of the wicked, the unbelievers. Right? As it says in 2nd Ezra 15:3, 15:4, for the unfaithful shall die in their unfaithfulness. Right? You're gonna witness these people that scoffed and mocked the word of the Lord, those that do not put Yahweh Bashem Yahushai first, those that do not believe and hearken unto the word. You're gonna see the destruction. You're gonna see death, famine, pestilence come upon them, and they will not be able to deliver themselves. Okay. But on the other hand, it says here, but it shall not come nigh thee. Only with thy eyes shall thou behold and see the reward of the wicked. Why is that? Why are you going to be able to see and nothing's going to happen unto you? Because thou hast made the Lord, Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, which is my refuge, even the Most High thy habitation. Right? It says the Lord's name is a strong tower. Okay? A strong tower of defense. Right? We run unto Yahweh Hashem Yahushai to deliver us from the things that are about to come. We put our trust upon him and not upon men. Okay? It says, woe unto him that put his trust on man. Okay, because we know that man cannot deliver us from the things that is about to happen. We need a spiritual intervention. We need a spiritual help. Right? It's Yahweh Hashem Yahushai that's going to bring down the hell upon the earth, and it's only him that can deliver you out of it. Okay? It just says here, there shall no evil befall thee, neither any plague come nigh thy dwelling. Only if you put Yahweh Hashem Yahushai as your habitation. You call upon his name and you do and you obey his commandments. All right. So it says here, and again, it says here in Job 15:21, a dreadful sound is in his ear. In prosperity, the destroyer shall come upon him. What's that dreadful noise? It's the word of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. When the brothers are out there in the highways and byways prophesying the downfall of this kingdom, even the downfall of this kingdom for the world, it's bad. It's bad news. Esau Edom, we know that Esau Edom is the end of this world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that follow it. Just that. It's good for Jacob, but it's bad for Esau, because after that, Esau is gonna be in the worst situation. He's gonna be in the dust for the rest of his existence. Esau Edom is gonna be in the dust for 1,000 years, and after that, we're gonna eradicate the whole nation. He's the only nation that will not have mercy in the kingdom of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. He's gonna be eradicated. Isa Edom is the only nation that's gonna be completely wiped out of existence because of his iniquity, because of his transgressions that he's done against Yahweh Hashem Yahushai and his people. All right. So again, it says here in 2nd Ezra 15:5, behold, said the Lord, I will bring plagues upon the world. Okay, that's bad news. The Lord will bring plagues upon the world. The sword, famine, death, and destruction. Behold, verse 10, behold, my people is led as a flock to the slaughter. I will not suffer them now to dwell in the land of Egypt, but I will bring them with a mighty hand and a stretched out arm and smite Egypt with plagues as before, and will destroy all the land thereof. Okay, so now let's bring it back to the time of Egypt, the first Exodus. What happened, man? In order for Israel to be delivered, the Lord had to send down 10 plagues upon Egypt, right? Before Pharaoh allowed Israel to be until Pharaoh allowed Israel to be delivered. Okay, the Lord sent 10 plagues, and what was the last one? Major death. The Lord had a sacrifice in Egypt, the same way that the Lord is going to have a sacrifice in Basra in this time now. As I said before, 2/3 are going to be destroyed in America, with the rest of the people that are there right now, man. If you don't get beamed up in the chariot of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai and you're in Babylon, when those missiles hit, you're going to be destroyed, man. You're going to be partakers of the sins of Babylon, all right? As it says in Revelation, come out of her, my people, lest it be partakers of her sins. So if you don't get beamed up, like I said before, you're going to be destroyed with nuclear fire, okay? And again, as I said, back in Egypt, the first Exodus, all the firstborn child, from Pharaoh even to the servants, the firstborn male child and cattle was destroyed. That was a sacrifice, you see. And after all that death, that's when that's when the Israelites were able to be delivered. So in order to be delivered, there had to be a massive amount of death in that area. And now we know that the second Exodus is going to be a worldwide event. So the death and the casualties that are going to happen, it's not just going to be in one city, it's going to be worldwide, right? But then after that massive destruction, we know that the elect are going to be scarcely saved. The elect will be scarcely saved. So during the salvation, at the same time, there's going to be a lot of destruction, a lot of death. And the Lord said, I came to bring down fire upon the earth, and what will I if it is already kindled? So you know that the fire is already here, man. It's already here, and and it's gonna get worse before it gets better, and it's gonna get worse until we get delivered. The decline of this kingdom. You know that Isa is not even coming down with great wrath yet. Okay, so there's things that are about to happen. The conditions of the earth is gonna worsen and worsen. People think that we're going through shit right now, man. This is nothing, man. We're gonna have to be out in the wilderness, man. Okay, really out there in the, there's not gonna be water to drink like that. There's not gonna be food accessible like that. You won't be able to go to Harvey's or McDonald's or Subway. You won't be able to get food or Walmart. Everything's gonna be, it's not gonna be accessible as it was before. As it says, Babylon that has lived deliciously. People are not gonna live deliciously anymore, man. When that famine hits, when you won't have access to the little benefits that comes with this wicked society, these people are gonna realize, man. And again, when these things happen, the hopeful elect, we're in the mindset that okay, we're almost out of here, man. Yahweh Hashem Yahushai is one step closer to come and delivering in us, right? So for us, it's gonna be perfect. We're gonna be happy, all right? Let me see, and these things are not gonna be we're not gonna be as in trouble. We're not gonna be as these other people are gonna be starving and worrying about things that the servants of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua will not have to go through it, Lord willing. Quick precepts. It says here, Proverbs 10:3. The Lord will not suffer the soul of the righteous to famish, but he casteth away the substance of the wicked. So just that, man, you can see the duality, the just balance of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. We're going through the fire right now, so we won't have to go through it later. Because the fire that's about to come later, that's the fire of destruction. That's the fire that comes for death. The fire that we're going through right now is the fire of purification. It's a fire of cleansingness to take away our impurities and to cleanse us and to make us better new creatures. You know, creatures acceptable unto Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. We're gonna be redeemed by our faith and by our works. All right. So the works and the tribulation and the things that we're going through, that's what's gonna determine if the Lord's gonna be find us acceptable to be delivered. You know, as it says, put on as the elect. The Lord already told us everything that we have to do to avoid judgment, to not be partaker of this the destruction, this judgment that is about to happen. All right. So like I said, I'll read that again. Proverbs 10:3. The Lord will not suffer the souls of the righteous to famish, but he casteth away the substance of the wicked. So all these people that are doomsday prepping, you might be doomsday prepping, but at the end of the day, you might die of a heart attack, and one of the hopeful elect ends up finding all that food that you stashed up. You know, as I said before, we do not put our trust in man and vain things. We put our trust in Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. He will preserve us. All right. I got a quick precept. It says here in Job 5:19, he shall deliver thee in 6 troubles, yet in 7 there shall no evil touch thee. In famine he shall redeem thee from death, and in the war from the power of the sword. Thou shalt be hid from the scourges, from the scourge of the tongue, neither shalt thou be afraid of the destruction when it cometh. At destruction and famine thou shalt laugh, neither shalt thou be afraid and of the beasts of the earth. You know, when famine and destruction happen, we're gonna laugh. Why? Because we know that Yahweh Hashem Yahushai is on his way. We're gonna be in a better mindset than these people. You know, you're gonna be walking around with a baguette. You're walking around with a baguette and some chicken wings, and these people and the rest of the world, they're gonna look at you like, yo, what's going on with this guy, man? How first off, how does he have food? And how is he not worried like the rest of us? You see, because why? Because we're gonna laugh. We're gonna be in a better estate because the Lord is protecting us. You see, for thou shalt be in the league. So like if verse 23, for thou shalt be in league with the stones of the field, and the beasts of the field shall be at peace with thee, and thou shalt know. Yeah. Let me see. I had another one real quick. It says here Isaiah 65:13. Therefore, thus saith the Lord power. Behold, my servants shall eat. Who are his servants? Those that are keeping the law, statutes, and commandments, and are fearing Yahweh Hashem Yahushai to the best of their abilities. All right. Therefore, thus saith the Lord, behold, my servants shall eat, but ye shall be hungry. The duality. You know, the servants of the Lord are gonna eat, but those that are in the world, they're gonna hunger. Behold, my servant shall drink, but ye shall be thirsty. Behold, my servant shall rejoice, but ye shall be ashamed. Behold, my servant shall sing of joy of heart, but ye shall cry for sorrow and of heart, and shall howl for vexation of spirit. So that's the thing, man. So that's why it says that it's better to be in the house of mourning than in the house of mirth. You know, a sword is sharpened to cause a sore slaughter. That's already bad news right there. The Lord is telling you that He's preparing to cause a mass death, a worldwide death around the world. And these people are partying, having fun, drinking, clubbing, wasting their time on things that are vain. You know, they're spending their time on vanity, on things that is not edifying. They're not putting their hand to the plow. They're thinking that this wicked kingdom is going to continue forever. And why is that? Because their deeds are evil. They do not want this thing. They do not want this wickedness to come to an end. They rather stay in the wickedness. So that is the reason why these people are going to be destroyed with the fire. They're going to be destroyed with this wicked kingdom. You see. So that being said, Let me see if I got any more precepts. I'll end with this. Isaiah 34:5. For my sword shall be bathed in heaven, meaning the nuclear missiles. Behold, it shall come down upon Idumea and upon the people of my curse the judgment. So that Idumea is another way of saying Edom. And people of the curse, that's the Edomites, and that's the nuclear missiles when it's gonna hit America, aka Babylon the Great. The sword of the Lord is filled with blood, meaning the blood of all these people that are gonna perish. You know, the earthquakes and all these things. After the nuclear missiles, there's gonna be, the earth is gonna roll to and fro. So a lot of people are gonna die in the earthquake as well. You see. So the sword of the Lord is filled with blood. It is made fat with fatness, and with the blood of lambs and goats, and with the fat of the kidneys of the rams. For the Lord had a sacrifice in Basra, and a great slaughter in the land of Idumea. So the Lord is telling you that He has a great sacrifice in Basra. There's another precept that says, "Why are your raiment stained like him that threaded down the wine fat?" The Lord said, "Yo, I'm coming down on Basra. I'm gonna destroy this place, man." Roughly paraphrasing. You see. So the Lord has a great sacrifice in Basra, the same way that when in Egypt He killed all the firstborn male from Pharaoh's house onto the servants' houses. You see. So the same way that there's going to be a massive death in that time, there's going to be a massive death in the times to come. And these people are not ready. But again, it's good news for the hopeful elect, because that means that salvation is nearer than we believe, right? But for the rest of the world, this means that their kingdom is at an end, right? And Yahushua is going to come back and deliver us, right? So that being said, I hope this lesson was edifying, right? Keep the faith, strengthen unto the end. Persevere unto the end. We know that those that endure unto the end shall be saved. So there's no point in coming into this truth and not finishing the race or stopping halfway, man. This is a thing that we're in it to die in it, man. So that being said, remember that the Lord has good news for us, man. I just had a quick precept because I just said that. A quick precept that I read yesterday, man. It stayed on my mind. I believe it's Wisdom of Solomon. Bear with me, Israel. I believe it's in okay. Sirach 51:30. Work your work bedtime, and in His time He will give you your reward. So the Lord is telling you, do your work as a servant of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. You're supposed to keep your hands on the plow until the end, and in His time, work your work bedtime. So right now, do what you have to do as a servant of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, and in His time, when Yahweh Bashem Yahushua will come to deliver us, in His time He will give you your reward. And what is that reward? That penny a day, that salvation that we're all seeking for, man. Okay, when it comes to ranks in the kingdom, when it comes to the authority and all these things, it doesn't matter, man. As long as we get delivered, man. Whatever happens after will happen. Whatever happened after is for that time. But right now, all we want is that penny, man. We seek salvation, man. That's all we need. That's all we care about, man. You see. So that being said, we keep pushing forward. All right. Until next time, Shalom. I hope this lesson was edifying, and keep the faith. DTA Ababa Kwam Yasha Allah. Shalom. Until next lesson. Shalom.